Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? Playing some Fenrir today against a Diamond Olorun. Oh, it's Mantos. Oh my goodness. No way, dude. We are actually going to get a recording versus Mantos. That's awesome. For those of you who don't know who Mantos is, he's just he's just an EU GM player that occasionally plays on NA. He's been in the scene for a very long time. He just watches a lot of streams and tells people how to build, even though he's always wrong. You know, he's just to be clear, he's always wrong about his builds 100% of the time. But like, he always tells people how to build, you know? You guys get it. You guys get it. Let's buy our standard start here. Wing Shard, Beads-a-Roni for his ult, and we're going to go into the Transcendence / Dominance depending on what I'm feeling. I think we're going to go Transcendence. It's going to hurt our early game a bit, but I don't think I'm going to be fighting him too much in the early anyways. Like, this may seem like one of those matchups where you should just run at them, because, you know, he's an immobile mage versus a Fenrir in the early game, right? I should just run at him. Well, the problem is Olorun actually has one of the best early games in the game. He has a very good clear, very good early game. And so, like, if I brutalize this guy, he'll just build up rockets and then put a billion rockets on me while I'm brutalizing him, and I will get owned. So, yeah, surprisingly, I can't just jump on him and do whatever I want in the very beginning. At least I don't think so. He'll just Wing Shard and own me, right? And then, or maybe I don't get owned, but I have to back up, and then now I'm a melee character. Ugh. As you can see, Olorun does an absurd amount of early game damage. Absolute insane early game damage. And no way that minion doesn't die. Surely a minion hits it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But yeah, I think we kind of just chill until we get defense online. And once we get defense online, we can maybe start running at him a bit. Keyword being maybe. He's actually really accurate with his autos there. I'm impressed, young Mantos. Just kidding, I would never be impressed with Mantos. If you guys haven't gathered it by now, we kind of have one of those, I want to say weird, but it's not even that weird between guys. I feel like guys do that all the time, but we have one of those weird relationships where we never say anything good about each other. It's always BN. We hate each other. He's the worst. He's a stupid stinky face, you know? He's getting my tower super early, which is unfortunate. There's not a lot I can do about it, to be honest with you. To be completely and utterly honest with you, there's not a ton to be done about it. Ooh, alright, squirrel. We leap away in fear. He doesn't have a beads, which may or may not be a win con, depending on... Ow! Did I just get crit? Or am I... Does he just hit that hard? I feel like he tried to ult that, / tried to 2 me or something. Something of that nature, I don't know. Kind of being a little bit reckless, a little bit dumb by jumping in as often and as crazily as I am. But to be honest with you guys, this is my first game of the day. And, yeah, I'm kind of just feeling it, you know? I'm kind of just feeling like going in, doing a little bit of craziness. But, like, we really shouldn't do that. Like, this matchup is really hard in the early game. And it becomes pretty easy later on. Or at least in my opinion, it becomes pretty easy. I guess it depends on how far behind I am. Like, this matchup is obviously very different if I'm down 4 levels and 3,000 gold, right? And he's dead. Oh, he's not dead. What a dumb character. What a dumb character, man. He just zoomed out of that tower, no problem. Like it was nothing for him. Like it was nothing for him. Already got the red buff secured. Big chillin' for him. Dude, Olorun is so annoying in the early game, it really is. It's like how do I deal with this pressure, you know? Like, how does any god deal with this pressure? Actually, no, that's not true. Olorun does especially well, in my opinion, versus characters that have a hard time clearing the wave, right? Because he's just like a magical AMC. It's all the character is. He just runs it down really hard in the early game and hopes to get a really big lead and hopes to win. And it works a fair amount of the time, to be fair. But he hopes to win matchups that he shouldn't win on paper. Like, for example, like AMC shouldn't be Nemesis, right? On paper. But if you count the fact that AMC can get incredibly far ahead against Nemesis. Ooh. That's a little bit different. Like, for example, Nemesis shouldn't be AMC, or Nemesis should be AMC, but if you're 3,000 gold down and 3 or 4 levels down, a little bit of a different situation. Oh my god, dude, I hate having to like try to explain things to you guys and like try to talk and act like everything's chill and calm right now, like everything's going as planned, as scheduled, when it's not, dude. It's not. I'm against an Olorun and he's destroying me. Not a lot I can do here, man. And besides wait for Pestilence and also wait for some stacks too. Mantos probably would have went like Jotuns first or something against an Olorun, give him a better early game. And I think that's very viable. I think it's pretty good, actually. But I'm looking to scale, dude. I'm looking to be able to, like, once I get to a certain stage of the game, I just win, hopefully, is the idea. And sometimes that doesn't always work. Sometimes I regret it. You know, I get too far behind. My plan didn't go as planned. Is what it is. Happens, right? I need to start choosing my engages a little bit more wisely. Knows I'm backing. He's not coming to stop my back. I would have understood if he did.
Look at the sheen on that thing.
He still has no beads. He's level 11. And we have a full Pestilence here. Maybe we make a play. Our beads are coming back up. Alright, he's not tanking the tower, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, I don't really know why he, I mean, I guess I do to a certain extent, but I was gonna say I don't really know why he stayed around, like, and let me get that second brutalize off on him. But to be fair, I don't think he really could have gone anywhere. Now, just to be clear, I do think he should have ran away. I think that's the proper play. Only thing I'm trying to say is that I think he would have died even if he did run away. But that would have been his best chance, you know? And I'm very, very okay with that engagement right there. Because it works out in my favor so much. You guys don't even understand how much that works in my favor, because I get the red buff here. I got a kill where it gives me a ton of gold. And yes, my tower died, but my tower dying isn't the biggest deal ever. Because if you think about it, like I explained, sometimes I leave the tower open. Because I want... oh, he used his knockup already. Should just be a sitting duck, right? Yeah, he's dead. But anyways, so what I was getting at is it seemed like it was just a full win all around. He did get the blue buff there, but I got a kill from behind, very far behind, so it's putting me back ahead. I lost my tower, which is a bad thing, yes, but it's also a good thing, depending on how you look at it. And I got his ult down, and I got the red buff, so I win the next fight. Like, so that was an unbelievable situation, honestly. Now, don't get me wrong, this game was probably always going to go like this. This being like I get to the point where I have Pestilence. He has a red pot here. Alright, we'll just save our Brutalize in case we need to yeet ourselves over the wall here. Also, I just realized I've been maxing my 2. And I'm not trying to say maxing the 2 is bad by any means, but what I will say is that it did get nerfed quite a bit, and maybe maxing the 1... Well, we're gonna get thorns. Maybe maxing the 1 is better than the 2 now after the nerfs, right? I'm not sure, honestly. It goes up 10 power versus like, yeah, never mind. Leveling the 1 is better. I think the 2 is still perfectly viable, but leveling the 1 is definitely better. If you can land it. If you're not, you know, able to jump in and you're not very good at landing it or whatever, well, then maybe it's a different story. But if you can land it somewhat consistently, then Shouldn't be an issue. Alright, we're gonna get ourselves a red pot because he has a red pot, and also I was gonna get one anyways after my power spike, which is rated as a huge power spike and pin and everything. It's really good overall. I think Phalanx is okay for him, but kind of weird at the same time. Like, the thing that's weird about Phalanx is he wants to like get my Phoenix and get fire minions and push with the fire minions. But the thing that's weird about it is you need to, in order to get attack speed, you need to be auto-attacked. And Fenrir, for example, does do a fair amount of auto-attacking, but like I'm also going to be brutalizing and ulting you and doing all kinds of stuff, right? Oh. The beads lasted longer because it's his ult. Kind of wasn't really fully expecting that. But we did wait out his beads there. Actually, the red buff is spawning. Oh, we got it. I did not want him to get that red buff, man. Ugh! You never want your opponent to get any kind of buff, but oh, he's just trying to run it down now. We got him. Nice. That was a close fight. The shell actually came in really clutch for him there. I wasn't really fully expecting that fight to be that close, but he did lose a red pot off of it, and some of you guys might be wondering why. I feel like I'm talking really fast, sorry. I'm just kind of excited. I don't usually get, you know, recordings against pretty good players and stuff, right? So I'm milking this bad boy, but what was I gonna say? Oh, you guys might be wondering why he's just like running down on the objectives. Well, first and foremost, that's what Olorun does, guys. Like, that's why people think he's so annoying. He's just really hard to fight back against, and he just pressures really hard. So basically he makes you back and then he front doors your objectives, or worse, he just ults and takes your objective right in front of you. Because if you didn't know, Olorun ult actually slows down everything. And what do I mean by everything? I mean everything. He slows down the Phoenix and everything. Like, the Phoenix can't shoot him as fast. So he's just trying his best to get the fire minions on his side as soon as possible, because once he gets fire minions, I'm gonna have a hard time clearing said fire minions, and he's gonna have Phalanx on top of that, which buffs them and makes them harder to, you know, fight. So he really wants to get the Phoenix down, especially because I didn't go gooseberries, which I just now realized I didn't go gooseberries. Maybe that was a bit of a misplay, but yeah, we do have a red buff for 14. No beads though, and he has his ult. He has no beads either, but like I said, he has his ult. He's just trying to bait me to jump in. It's okay. I've played a million Fenrir duel games. I know how this goes. As long as I don't immediately die on impact when jumping in, I think we'll be perfectly fine. Because Olorun, another thing that sucks about this matchup for him is I can kind of like make mistakes. I can kind of jump in a bit and be fine. Like, I can probably still get out. He doesn't have that luxury. Like, once he screws up, he's dead, right? He does have a little bit of CDR with that Cyclopean ring now. I jumped over him. Interesting play by him. He's gonna pull the buff. Oh my god, that was a close fight, dude. Holy. Oh, dude, it's weird because I feel like, and this should be normal, right? Because we're human beings and we make mistakes. But you'd think at a GM level, for the most part, people just play perfectly, but it's just entirely untrue. People don't play perfectly. And what I'm getting at here is, I really think that I'm playing this a little bit poorly, but I think so is he. Like, I feel like we're both kind of making some pretty decent misplays here. Like, I feel like neither one of us are playing this super well. I don't think we're playing it badly by any means. You know, let's not go that far. I don't think we're playing bad. It's just definitely a lot of improvements to be made, or could be made on this game. I could go crit here, and I think crit would be perfectly fine, to be honest. But, like, it's kind of expensive, and I'm looking more for, like, a quicker spike. So I'm just going to go Crusher here. I think Crusher's pretty good. He bought another red potion. My Thorns is back up because we upgraded it. Yep, he's dead. That's just a free kill for the books right there. Because my Thorns is back up because we upgraded it. Oh wait, I can't go for the Phoenix. I maybe could have if I ran straight there, but considering I autoed the wave a little bit and then jumped, you know, we definitely didn't book it straight to the Phoenix for sure, so. I really would hate for him to get that blue buff, to be honest, and get some more CDR, but oh well. One thing I will say also as far as CDR is concerned, I feel like that's the main slash like only way he can get away from me is with like his cooldowns. And so that's another thing about going Phalanx is he doesn't have that cooldown reduction anymore, right? Like he doesn't have like a breastplate of regrowth for speed. He doesn't have a normal breastplate for 20% cooldown. And I'm not trying to say that cooldown's super great on Olorun. It's just, I feel like that might be his only chance. I don't know. He lost another red pop, by the way. I should point that out. Oh, he backed over here. I honestly thought he was gonna go try to backdoor the Phoenix or something with his ult. I really thought that, which is not very like Mantos to do, I won't lie, but he bought another red pop. You may be wondering why, and I'll probably explain some of this stuff at the end, but you may be wondering why he's buying so many red pots and stuff, and I'm not trying to say it's super great because he is just losing them, but it's because he's at a stage of the game where it's like, he's at that point of the game where he needs to have something, like he needs more damage, like he's so far behind that he actually needs the power potions. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, if he gets destroyed that hard in the fight, then imagine how hard he would get destroyed without a power pot, you know, right? Like, it'd probably be the same realistically at this point. But let's say, like, the first or the second power potion. And maybe I'm just offending him because I love power potion myself. And I spam it every single game for the most part. I don't always do it in the recordings, but when I stream, I do it pretty much every game. And, yeah, this is how this matchup goes. And before anybody wants to, you know, I'm not saying you guys are pretty nice people, but before anybody wants to talk smack and say that Mantos sucks and he ran it down 0-6, lol, this matchup is not good for Olorun. It is not good for Olorun at all. It's just a little bit tricky because Olorun can snowball it to a certain degree, but once you get Pestilence online and I start actually being able to clear the wave and I get some CDR and stuff like that, it's just over for him. Honestly, maybe I could have won a Jotuns this game. TY man, I could have won a Jotuns this game. So like didn't whisper and play out. Yeah, one sec. Outro. Kick W. Outro. Okay, anyways. But yeah, long story short, that matchup is actually really bad for Olorun. I would say it's really bad, honestly, after second item. Once you get Pestilence online, and once again, like I was trying to say a second ago, maybe I should have just went 40% cooldown so I could spam my abilities even harder. There's definitely a lot of options you could have done in this build for sure. I do have other Fenrir builds if you're looking for more, or Fenrir videos, I think, if you're looking for more of, you know, what you should build. But just to be clear, if I was trying to front door the Titan, meaning I had the Phoenix down and I'm just straight up trying to PvE the Titan, I would have went Oboe last. If I wasn't trying to front door the Titan, I probably would have went Deathbringer last. And Deathbringer would have given me a more anti-heal if I bought the Glyph. You can also get more CDR if you buy the other Glyph, but I think that one's kind of bad. So I probably would have went the Envenom to Deathbringer. It would have given me more anti-heal, which would have made this Pestilence a little bit less valuable. Now, here's the one thing I will say, is late game... Sorry, I need to take a drink, hold on. I don't know if it's because I'm talking so fast or what, but I'm dying on the inside. But anyways, you want to buy late game, the best build would be Genji's for cooldown. and the green Deathbringer for anti-heal. So you may be wondering, well, why did I go Pestilence then? Because while that may be the best late game build, it's not the best early and mid game build. Pestilence gave me so much pressure in the early. I got so much lifesteal or anti-heal on his lifesteal. As you can see, he rushed lifesteal and has a heal in his kit. I got so much value out of this item that it's impossible not to go. Like, it's so good in the early game versus lifesteal mages, especially ones like Anubis, Freya, Ao Kuang, Olorun, those gods, you know, because most of them either have built-in anti-heal or built-in healing somewhere. You know, Pestilence is just super good. But technically, and if this went super late game, I probably just would have went a 3k pot, like Deathbringer 3k pot, and not worried about selling it. But like I said, the most optimal build late game would have been a Genji's here. But the Pestilence just helps you so much with the early. And as far as him running it down on the objectives, I fully understand exactly what he was doing, and I fully respect it. Like, this matchup is one of those ones that becomes impossible to win for him later on. So only chance he has really is to run it down early and hope for the best, and hope that he can get a Phoenix, because this could have been a much different game, especially considering I went Bow instead of Gooseberries, which in hindsight worked out very well. But it could have been really bad that I didn't have Gooseberries or a Golden Blade or an Oboe or anything like that to clear the wave against a Phalanx Olorun that's just going to run it down, right? Like, it could be very difficult. So this match could go very wrong. It could go very well. It just depends on how the early game goes, you know? So I hope you guys did enjoy watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.